No denying the fact it is the likes of Borussia Mönchengladbach who are up against the likes of Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga round 8. My goodness, we are not wasting any time because we are officially late by 15 minutes. And the lineups which we will be showing it straight onto our screen. Look at that. There are the news that it is Jamal Musiala Bambi who is back in the squad, but in the Bundesliga round 8. Will that be the option? Bambi, will he be making it, or will that be Jamal Musiala be coming back into the squad before the clash of PSG? Is that going to be happening? This is the Bundesliga round 8 between Borussia Mönchengladbach and the likes of Bayern Munich. And no denying the fact at the Borussia Park, will that be good enough or not is a big thing to be worrying in. And apart from this, we will be having the double watch along as well, because it is the fixture which is going to be happening between Mohun Bagan Super Giants and the Chennaiyin FC in the AIFF All India Football Federation Super Cup round 1. Both the matches will be having the parallel watch along, but no denying the fact it is still only, oh my goodness, look at that. It is still 27 minutes left for the kickoff. My goodness, the kickoff has been delayed. No, it isn't. It is 12 minutes which is left for the kickoff. But why is that it is showing that it is still 27 minutes left for the kickoff? Has there been some sort of a deferred thing which is looking to be happening or not? Let me check that. The lineups are here which has been announced. We will be having a look at that. But why is the stream which is saying to be deferred over here? What is wrong with over here, my boys? What is wrong? Why is it that showing it is 26 minutes? Why is that it is showing on to our panel? Let me check that, my boys. Let me check that. Damn goodness, the kickoff is about to happen. The kickoff is about to happen in just 12 more minutes. But why is this stream over here showing that it is 26 minutes? It is some sort of an error which is happening over here. Let me just change that and make it to this one. But is there some sort of a worries? No guys, we still have got 11 more minutes, 10 plus 1, 11 more minutes left for the kickoff. We still have got 11 more minutes left for the kickoff. But is that the thing which will be worrying in? No, that it isn't, because we will be continuing in now. The exact timeline which is now being shown on over here. Let me put that question. Let me put that question, that how many goals will Bayern score today? Let me put that question. How many goals will Bayern score today? And the next parallel to it is that will Gladbach cause some sort of upset? That is the question which is now being pinned onto the chat. Give your answers to that, guys. Will Gladbach cause some upset? So the question is, how many goals will Bayern score today, or will the likes of Gladbach be causing some sort of a upset? That is the question which has been pinned, and we will be making a poll as well onto the stream. Let me put that poll as well. Let me put that poll as well. What is that poll which we are going to be putting that? Out of this, Chennaiyin FC and the likes of Bayern Munich, who is going to be winning that? Let me put that poll over here. It is a live chat which has been pinned over here, and the next poll which we are going to be putting it, who wins the double football clash? In the AIFF Super Clash, will Mohun Bagan be getting those big victories? That is the option. Is it going to be Chennaiyin FC who are going to be winning it, And in the other options, will that be going to be Bayern and the likes of Borussia who are going to be winning that? So there are 4 options now being put on to our chat. Let us have a look of that. Who wins the football So yes, that is the poll which has been pinned. Who wins the football clash today? Mohun Bagan, Chennaiyin FC. Out of them, these are the 2 options. And the next 2 options are Bayern Munich and the likes of Borussia Mönchengladbach. These are the 2 options. But there is also a question which has been pinned onto the chat that how are the likes of Bayern Munich going to score goals? What are the likes of Bayern going to score the goals? But these are the lineups which has been picked. Vincent Company again now picking up this lineup. It is still 8 more minutes to go into this. But are Bayern going to be making anything fruitful with this? Because the most amazing thing which will be happening is in the lineups. Look at that. It is the presence of Luis Diaz Olise. It is the likes of Lennart Karl not given that big opportunity. I wanted my boy Lenny Carly to be making that. No denying the fact I would have wanted my boy Lennart Karl to be making that, and Bayern would have definitely wanting to be making it big. But Vincent Company is sticking to Olise, Kimmich, Goretzka, Luis Diaz. It is Harry Kane and Jackson is the man who has been given that big opportunity. It is Jackson. It is Nicholas Jackson who has been given that big opportunity for tonight's game. Look at that. Nicholas Jackson getting those permanent places in the team. Vincent Company is making those big moments for Nicholas Jackson. And this man, no denying the fact, is making his presence felt time and again. Nicholas Jackson is there in the squad. He has got that goal in the previous Champions League fixture as well. And with the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Nicholas Jackson was given those opportunities, but now again Nicholas Jackson is there. My goodness, Vincent Company is all up. Played in for this man, Nicholas Jackson, to be doing the talking. This Vincent Company is doing those marvelous 12 fixtures, 12 wins. That has been the story for him. That has been the story for him. So yes, we have those Tiki Piggy links shared as well onto our platform. If you are from the continent, you can watch this Bundesliga on the Sony Live application on the website as well. And if you are going to witness that Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC, the clash in the Super Cup Indian AIFF, then it is going to be on those Geo Hotstar, Reliance Geo app and the web application where you can watch that. That is what the thing is, where we will be wanting to be having this. But Bayern and the likes of Gladbach are going to have a kickoff. But Gladbach, look at their spot in the table. Gladbach, looking at the table over here, look at that. In the round 8 it is Bundesliga which is happening. Bayern are there with 21 points, all wins, goal difference is 23. Big stats for Bayern this season, big stats upcoming. In the previous season, it was close to 99 points which Vincent Company gathered for Bayern. But will this season he will surpass those 100 points? That is the thing which will be happening. Leipzig on the second spot, 5 points behind Bayern on the second spot. Stuttgart is there, 6 points behind. Stuttgart has got a huge major loss in the Europa League previous night. Dortmund is the team who were competing good enough and were close to that second and third spot, but getting that defeat to Bayern in the Der Klassiker, they have dropped those points and they are at the 4th spot with 14. Leverkusen again with 14. FC Köln is the team who are at the 6th spot, and the next fixture, no denying the fact, Bayern are going to be facing Köln. FC Köln is the team where Bayern will be facing that. It is the thing which will be looking to be happening. Because to be talking about Bayern in their matches, look at this. It is FC Cologne next, and after that it is Leverkusen. FC Cologne in the Bundesliga this season are at the 6th spot, no denying the fact they have been doing good. It is Leverkusen then who are down so much in the table. Looking at this, look at that. Where is Leverkusen? It is at the 5th and the 6th spot. So Bayern in the upcoming two fixtures before moving to get the likes of PSG, they are having those big clashes. Look at that. It is the likes of Gladbach who are at the last of the Bundesliga table. But after that, it is FC Köln in the DFB Pokal round of 16. It is the round 9 in the Bundesliga where Bayern will be facing Leverkusen on the 1st of November, and just 4 days after it is PSG and Bayern Munich. This clash is going to be happening, but the unavailability of players will be a big factor. It is Jamal Musiala who is seen in the training, is not perfectly into that, but it is also the likes of Alphonso Davies. These are the things where Bayern needs to be worried of. These are the things where Bayern needs to be worried of. Can in these two fixtures Bayern make a comeback of Alphonso Davies and the likes of Jamal Musiala? These are the two men who will be required. These are the two men who will be required for Bayern to be in the upcoming clashes. FC Köln are at the 5th spot. 6th spot. Leverkusen are at the 5th spot. That is the thing where Bayern will be looking to making some good moves. So two big clashes upcoming for Bayern in the Bundesliga and the DFB Pokal as well. But for tonight's match day, look at that. It is Jackson, it is Harry Kane in the forwards for Bayern. Jackson and Harry Kane. Harry Kane playing those deep blowing moves, will be preferring Jackson to be keeping it high up on the pitch. Leaves Diaz and Olise. But again, Goretzka and Kimmich, the mid pitch is where it is the likes of my man to be talking about him. I wanted Lennart Karl and the likes of, oh my goodness, for today's fixture, there is not the availability of my man. Bambi is injured, Guerrero is there, Lennart Karl, Gnabry, Mike, Stanisic, Guerrero. Oh my goodness, look at that. Tom Bishop is not there for today's fixture. What has happened to Tom Bishop? My goodness. Why is Tom Bishop not there in the lineups for today's fixture? Conrad Lima is there. Stanisic is back in the squad. He is available for those substitutions. No denying the fact. Stanisic, look at that. Joseph Stanisic, he is back in the squad. Number 44. Joseph Stanisic for Bayern is back in the squad and is available for substitutions. But back from the injuries, will Stanisic be given those options? Because it is also Davies and Musiala, Bambi both are available for that. But will the likes of Bambi be making that good enough before that PSG clash? It is the thing which Vincent Company will also be having that in his mind. And yes, those of you who are watching, give your votes and answers to that questions which has been pinned onto our chat. Look at that. It is the question which has been pinned, that how many goals will Bayern score today? And in the time over here, we still have got 15 more minutes left. Let us put that timer over here. It is still now 15 more minutes left for the kickoff, guys. Can Bayern make it big enough is a big question. And on the other hand, we will be moving on to the lineups of Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC. The lineups hasn't yet been announced, my boys. The lineups of Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC hasn't yet been announced. But look at that. Again, the lineups of Bayern over here. Neuer is not there. It is Jonas Ubik, the young man who has been now given those options. It is consecutive 2 games which Vincent Company has said that he is giving that preferred time to Jonas Ubik to rise and shine. That is the thing Company is doing good. No denying the fact previous season Bayern fans were really complaining it that it is the likes of Vincent Company who is not giving those playtime as well as those matchmaking moments enough for the young players. But this time, look at that, it is the option which Jonas Ubik has got. Vincent Company felt that it is Ubik who could be given a starting lineup option. Manuel Neuer has been given that rest. Next picture, it is the likes of FC Cologne in the DFB Pokal round of 16. There also he has promised that it is Jonas Ubik who is going to be there in the lineup. The thing is going to be happening. Jonas Ubik is there making that. But again, look at that. It is on the center backs. It is Min-jae Kim and it is Tom Bishop. So Bayern will be looking to play with 2 center backs, especially where with Min-jae Kim and Upamecano. And Tom Bishop has been given that special in the lineups. Tom Bishop will be dropping down in those defensive aspects whenever required, or it is the likes of Goretzka who will be dropping in. But Tom Bishop and the likes of Jackson as well as Jonas Ubik, these are the three men who have been given those opportunities, and Vincent Kompany with this rotation. No denying the fact, full praise. It is the likes of Vincent Kompany to be doing the talking, because in the career path, if you are looking about Tom Bishop, no denying the fact, 9 matches he has played, 1 assist. Most of the matches he hasn't been in the starting lineups. This is the young man, 20 years of age, he is doing the talking. There is a lot of things which this man, Tom Bishop, can be making that. But no denying the fact, he has been the mid-page player where he can be making those big moments. From the likes of Hoffenheim in the academy, he has been doing that. He has been the player which Julian Nagelsmann for the Demonschaft has also been picking. And Tom Bishop is the man. He is really doing the talking, no denying the fact. And on the other hand, Jonas Ubik, to be talking about him in his career path, look at that. Prior to that, he was at the aspects of FC Köln. Man will be facing next FC Köln in the DFB Pokal for the next fixture. Before that, Bundesliga clash against Leverkusen, and then it is PSG. But Jonas Ubik, look at his stats. He has played a single game this season. That is where Vincent Kompany has to be laying that, because this man is there in the squad available. If he is going to develop into a big talent like Manuel Neuer in the upcoming years, which Bayern management will be definitely wanting to be having in him, it will be the thing which will be good enough. And this rotation is definitely going to pay off in the long run for Vincent Kompany, because Vincent Kompany has got that contract extension up to 2029. That is the thing where Vincent Kompany be looking in making those moments. So yes, this rotation of Vincent Kompany, whether that is going to be big or not, is the thing which we will be looking forward into this fixture of Bayern and the likes of Gladbach. But Harry Kane is the man who has been really doing that marvelous. Look at that, 12 matches he has played, 20 goals, 3 assists for Bayern. My goodness. All in all total, in the 24-25 season, 51 matches he played, he got 41 goals. And now in the 25-26, 12 matches he has played, 12 wins he has got, 20 goals he has got, 2 assists he has got. This man, Harry Kane, whatever the Bayern fans will be looking to be gathering in from this man, he has to be make that big. Still, it is 10 more minutes left for the kickoff, guys. 10 more minutes left for the kickoff. What will be the prediction of this game? Will Bayern get more than 5 goals? Because in the table over here, it is the likes of Gladbach who are really down. Look at the position of Gladbach. They are at the 18th spot. And to be talking about Gladbach in their matches, look at this. It is the aspect against Union Berlin where they lost 3-1. They got a win in a friendly that was way back, and against Freiburg it was a draw. Frankfurt, they played the best. They got those 4 goals. Against Leverkusen, they had a draw. Werder Bremen got a win over Gladbach, but Gladbach has got a win over Schalke as well. That was a friendly one. Bundesliga round 2, Stuttgart got a 1-0 win. So Gladbach, no denying the fact whether they are going to be in those 18th spot or not, but they are the team capable enough. Gladbach on the 18th spot, they have gathered 3 points, 7 matches they have played, no wins for Gladbach. I mean, they have got 3 wins as well. My goodness, look at that. Gladbach is really looking good. No denying the fact, Gladbach hasn't got a win, but 3 draws and 4 losses. That is where they are so down in the table, but they have been really making those big moments. Gladbach got a 3-1 against Union Berlin. It was Tabakovic, the man who got that goal for Gladbach over there. And again, if you are talking about in the Bundesliga, round 6, it was 0 each. In the round 5 against the likes of Frankfurt, look at that, it is Robin Koch from Frankfurt, Nov, Bukard, Can Uzun, Robin Koch again. There's where the Frankfurt players who got those goals. But again, Tabakovic is the man who is making those clinical moves. So Tabakovic is the man for likes of Gladbach. Kastrop has got a goal. But again, look at the previous fixture where against the likes of Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga round 3, it was goalless. In the round 4 against the likes of Leverkusen, look at that, it is Tabakovic again. Malik Tintman is the man who is at Leverkusen. From the Bayern Academy he was, but Bayern left this man and Leverkusen now expecting him to make those moves. But Tabakovic again from the likes of Gladbach is the man who is doing the talking. In the Bundesliga round 1 it was goalless. That is what Tabakovic has been getting those goals. He has got a goal against the likes of Leverkusen, he has got a goal against the likes of Frankfurt. He has also got a goal against the likes of Union Berlin. So Tabakovic is the man who is making those statements good enough. But will Bayern and the likes of, where is that fixture? So Tabakovic is the man who is there for today's fixture. This man good enough. Switzerland he has won, but nationality Bosnia and Herzegovina he is doing the talking. But Gladbach not good enough to get those wins out of those 7 fixtures they have been making in the Bundesliga. That is where the talking is. That is where the thing is looking to be happening. And for tonight's fixture, if we are not going to be denying the fact, look at that. It is the referee who is going to be Sasa Stegman is the man who is on the fixtures for today's Bundesliga round 8 between the likes of Gladbach and Bayern Munich. The lineups have been announced. We will be showing the exact timeline. Still 12 more minutes left into this kickoff. But will that be good enough? Will that be good enough? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Soon we will be sharing the lineups of Mohun Bagan as well as the likes of Chennaiyin FC on our screen. But before this kickoff of Bayern and the likes of Gladbach, we are going to witness this. But how are things going to be? How are things going to be? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes and answers to those questions which has been pinned onto the chat. But Tabakovic is the man, no denying the fact, has been really lethal, and Gladbach are doing the talking with this man, but not that good enough to get those wins. That is where the factor is worrying for Gladbach this season. Give your votes, guys. We are waiting for your votes and waiting for your answers to that questions which has been pinned onto the chat. We have shared those cheeky picky links. They are available on our social media platform. You can have a watch from there as well. So will Tabakovic from Gladbach, will he be causing some sort of a worries for Vincent Kompany and his initial lineup? Will that be the factor good enough? Tom Bishop will be moving high up. It will be Goretzka and Tom Bishop where Vincent Kompany is wanting. That is what this lineup he is picking up time and again. So Tom Bishop, will he be the replacement of Goretzka or not? Whether Goretzka is going to be coming, leaving Bayern after those winter transfers or not. Many clubs are still interested in this man, Leon Goretzka, no denying the fact. Because this season, 10 matches he have played, he have been on a rating good enough, no denying the fact. But look at the matches involvement. 21 minutes, 29 minutes in the past 2 fixtures for Bayern. In the 2 fixtures where he played for Die Mannschaft Germany, he played those 90 minutes against Nagelsmann. 30 years of age, Leon Goretzka, will he be playing 1 or 2 more seasons at Bayern? Will that be the thing happening or not? Vincent Kompany, will he be sticking with Goretzka or will he be replacing him with the likes of Tom Bishop? because that is what the lineups are looking. And Leon Goretzka, no denying the fact at 30 years of age, he has been really doing decent. Injuries, if you are talking about, look at that. These are the traits of those injuries which Leon Goretzka has been consistently getting in. But still at 30 years of age, Leon Goretzka is doing the talking. Total 76 injuries Leon Goretzka has so far got. It has been primarily those hamstring injuries, back injuries, calf injuries. That are the things where he has been worrying in this season 2025. It was in the month of January and February where Goretzka got those hamstring injuries, back injuries in the month of March and April, calf injuries in the month of April. These are the only 3 injuries at 30 years of age. Leon Goretzka playing like this and only getting 3 minor injuries, not that big enough. Leon Goretzka is that strong man who is doing the talking for Bayern. And if we look at that for Harry Kane, look at the injuries in this year 2025. Calf injury he has got, it is a minor one. That was a knock and it is ankle injury. So in terms of injuries, if Bayern are going to be making that, it is a thing where the worries are going to be. But Mikel Olise, if we are talking about his injuries, look at that. It was in 2025, Mikel Olise still hasn't got any sort of injuries. Look at that. Mikel Olise for Bayern Munich hasn't got a single injury so far this season. This man is doing talking. Not a single injury it is for Mikel Olise. It was way back in 2024 in the month of April. So it was almost 1.5 years back, and Mikel Olise is consistently performing without any sort of injuries. But talking about the likes of Kim Min-jae, if we are talking about his injuries, look at that. It is Kim Min-jae who has got those injuries in 2025. It was in the month of March. He was off for 10 days. Again, it is the same injuries where he is playing those big matches time and again, but getting those same injuries. It was the responsibility of Vincent Kompany as well for Kim Min-jae to not get those injuries. It was again in the month of September he got those calf injury, and this season as well, September end and October, he got those ankle injuries. Min-jae Kim has been performing it, but in the previous year, it was the previous season, he got those injuries because he was in the starting lineup again. But looking at the aspects of Upamecano in the injuries which he has been getting, look at that. It hasn't been that major in this season. It was January for just 3 days. Again, February, it was for 5 days, but it was in the previous season. That is what both Kim Min-jae and Upamecano were getting those injuries, and against the likes of Inter Milan, where Bayern faced it, and the rotation for the squad for Vincent Kompany in the first season, definitely to be saying that was not that good enough or clinical to be getting those big numbers talking. But Upamecano has been consistent. No denying the fact this man, Dayot Upamecano, has been really consistent. But to talk about the worries of Manuel Neuer in his injuries, look at that. This man, in the season 2024, it was those knee injuries. It was a fibula fracture for almost 20 days. Hip injury again in the month of September. It was those broken rib and injuries back in November and December. So Manuel Neuer has been given those rest in the squad, and it is the likes of Jonas Ubig who has been given those playtime opportunities. If Bayern are going to get Jonas Ubig as the permanent man, it will be a relaxation, and Manuel Neuer, if he is not that good enough to do the talking, will be the man who will be getting those rest. But tonight's referee on the pitch, will that be good enough? The kickoff has happened, boys. The kickoff has happened. Bayern and the likes of Gladbach, the kickoff has happened, and soon we will be sharing the exact timeline on to our screen. Oh my god, Luis Diaz inside the box takes a shot in just under 1 minute. Can we expect a goal from Diaz again? Luis Diaz was so close and he was just about to get a goal good enough. Oh my goodness, he was close to the box, my boys. He was close to the post. He was good enough. Harry Kane got a move. It was Jackson who made that. Jackson was dribbling it. He created from Jackson in just under 1 minute. And it is Luis Diaz who was inside the box to get a goal. But not clinical enough to get that finishing. And still Bayern are again making that. Still Bayern are again making that. 12 matches played. It is the lineups which will be looking worrying because it is Ubik who is there, it is Tom Bishop who is there, Nicholas Jackson is there. Company is making those rotations in the squad, and will that be good enough? Will that be good enough? We will be showing the exact things as well, what is happening on the page. And as well the likes of Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, what is there happening on the page? The lineups hasn't yet been shown. But the referee for tonight's fixture, Gladbach and the likes of Bayern, it is the likes of Saka Stegman who is there on the pitch on the referees for today's game. The win probability is there for Bayern winning it on the 70% and only 13% for Gladbach. Will this referee do the justice? That is the thing to watch. And will the young guns who are performing in for today's fixture in the lineup which Vincent Company has picked in, will they do the justice? It is now 3 minutes on to the watch. The Bundesliga round 8, it is just 3 minutes now on to the watch. Can we get a goal in the early 10 minutes? It is now Upamecano passing that. It is Goretzka down on the defensive aspects. Jackson dropping in. Nicholas Jackson dropping in. He is showing those agility. He is showing those moves. Goretzka this time passing that. Min-jae Kim again. Upamecano goes high up. Boe is the man getting a touch. Olise on the track back. Back to Lima. Look at that. It is the part of the pitch where Sacha Boe, who wasn't there for the previous lineup, but now over here, it is the pairing where Sacha Boe and Olise has to click in. Because it is the likes of Stanisic who is back there in the squad. He will be there for this coming up as a permanent man for the starting lineup for Vincent Company, but will that be good enough? Or will it be the likes of Lima who is playing those consistent roles on the left back, will be given those options of going to those right backs and Stanisic on the left backs? What is Vincent Company going to do for the upcoming two fixtures? It is FC Köln in the DFB Pokal round of 16. And after that, it is the Bundesliga round 9 where Leverkusen are going to be hosting Bayern. But after that, it is the big clash in the USL. Two of the top teams, 9 points gathered from 3 matches and 10 is the goal difference for both of them. They will be fighting, but many things are going to be turning it because it is also the likes of Jamal Musiala and Alphonso Davies looking to be getting some sort of expected return before that PSG clash. That is where the Bayern fans will be also looking to be having that view. But Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC, still 10 more minutes left for the kickoff. That is also the fixture in the AIFF Super Cup where we'll be having that watch. The lineups are still awaiting to be shown on the timeline. The lineups of Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC are still awaiting to be shown on the timeline. It is now Gladbach looking to make some sort of a move high up. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes onto our live poll and answers to that questions which has been pinned onto the chat. And welcome to everyone for this Watchalong. It is Gladbach. Tabakovic is the man where they are consistently targeting this man, Tabakovic, to be doing the talking. Tabakovic is the man who is being consistently targeted, and Gladbach will be definitely wanting to make this man, Tabakovic, to be doing the talking. That is where they will be looking to get some sort of upsets. But the rigid defense, Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, who is now there, it is Star who have been given those rest. A rotation Vincent company is making this. Will it be good enough? Upamecano going that for Joshua Kimmich this time. Look at that. When Kimmich is moving on to the right part of the defense, it is likes of Boe and Goretzka making it high up. That is where Vincent company is making that. It is now 3 men on the defense. It is 3 on the mid pitch, and the rest 4 men are high up on the attacking pitch, and one of them is consistently dropping to make that whole player movement all around the match day. That is where Vincent company is playing that. He is not going with 2 centre backs. It is that early goal which Bayern are looking to be coming in, whereas the men in white, Gladbach, are down on their defensive half at their home. Are they going to be looking to park the bus? Or will they be going to cause some sort of an upset and break the momentum of Bayern in those winning streak? Luis Diaz inside the box, gets across, deflection. It is Deeks, the man who gets the deflection. Number 4, Deeks gets that header deflection from inside the box. It was close enough, but none from the Bayern forwards were there to be seen. Vincent company on the sidelines already looking not happy with that cross which Luis Diaz made. Where is that lineup of Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC? Oh my goodness, look at that. It is the lineups which has been published, my boys. It is the lineups which has been published. It is the lineups which has been published. Corner for Bayern over here. Will Kim Min-jae get a header? No, denied. Look at the lineups. Vishal Kath, Aldred, Alberto, Manveer Singh. Sorry, my mistake. It is Mehtab Singh, Subhashish Bose, Anirudh Thapa, Puya, Abdul, Samad. I am going to take that corner again. It is into the nets. No, denied. McLaren is there, Manveer Singh is there, Liston Colasso is there. So the same lineups which has been picked up. It is Joseph Molina who has picked up the same lineup he has been picking in, and again, this is the fixture in the AIFF Super Cup where Mohun Bagan are going to be making that. But Chennaiyin FC, it is the likes of Clifford Miranda's first venture in the AIFF where he is going to be making that. It is Rao Desi, Pritam Kotal is there, Dakshinamurthy, Lalam Dupia, Singh, Amte, Chaudhary and Yadward. Yadward is the man who is really making that good. But one man from Mohun Bagan in the squad. Look at this. It is this man. Pritam Kotal is the man from Kerala Blasters. Moving on now to Chennaiyin FC. This man, Pritam Kotal, previously at Mohun Bagan. He has been doing the talking for many years. But Mohun Bagan couldn't keep this man, Pritam Kotal, in the squad. So yes, we will be showing the exact things which are also happening on that fixture in the AIFF Super Cup. But as of now, it is Bayern up against the likes of Gladbach. We are waiting for that early goals. Bayern need to be getting in. And on the other hand, oh my goodness, look at that. Leipzig has got 3 goals past Augsburg. We have that updated scoreboard as well onto our screen, down onto our bottom screen. If you are watching, it is Leipzig who has got 3 goals. They have made that against the likes of Augsburg. Diomande, Cruz, Nusa have got those 3 goals. Leipzig has got those early conversions coming in. Ole Werner and his man for Leipzig doing the talking against the likes of Augsburg. But late tonight, it is also the likes of Manchester United and Brighton in the Premier League, and more late, we'll be having the watch along of Brentford and Liverpool from the G-Tech Community Stadium. But Manchester United and Brighton with the likes of Ruben Amorim getting those big upsets to Liverpool in the Premier League in the past fixture. But Fabian Häusler is the man who is making that good. Will Fabian Häusler keep his unbeaten streak for United? With the likes of Brighton, that is what Fabian Häusler is doing the talking. Fabian Häusler has been really doing the talking very good enough. No denying the fact. Still goalless it is. Bayern and the likes of Gladbach. Give your votes, guys. We are waiting for your votes to be coming on to our poll. We are waiting for your votes to be coming on to our poll. Give your votes. Upamecano this time passing that. Joshua Kimmich. Olise has dropped in. Olise has dropped in down to the defense. He wants that view of the pitch over here. He wants that view of the pitch over here. Olise dropping down deep on the defensive aspects, having a view of what is happening on the pitch, and now he is moving it high up. Goretzka now replacing Olise. Olise is now moving up. Will Olise gather those momentum good enough? He's having that view of the pitch by dropping down on the defensive aspects. So Bayern versus Gladbach. When is the early goal Bayern are going to get? How is the humiliation coming in for Gladbach? Because they are at the 18th spot in the table this season. Gladbach are down to the 18th spot. We have been now getting those votes on our poll, guys. It is Bayern who have got those votes. It is the likes of Mohun Bagan who has also got their votes. Give your votes, guys. We are waiting for your votes to be coming on to our poll. And answers to that question as well, which has been pinned onto the chat. Can we get more upsets coming in? Can Bayern get those early goals, and so that we can watch the second half with Mohun Bagan winning it big? Give your votes, boys. Give your votes. We're waiting for your votes to be coming in. So yes, fans have now gathered and they are just giving those votes on our live poll. Give your votes, my boys. Give your votes. We are waiting for your votes to be coming on to our poll. Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC, the kickoff has happened, my boys. The kickoff has happened. Let me refresh this panel over here. Still, it is not getting updated. That is what the coverage of Indian Football Club is on those platforms across the globe. Look at that. The coverage is so poor that we don't even have that panel of this panel on our timeline. It is straightly coming in from BBC. It is the British broadcast company which is not even having the coverage of this picture. They have that on their timeline, but they are not getting that timely updated onto our screen. Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, the kickoff has happened. No denying the fact. We are waiting for that early goal to be coming in. 15 minutes on the watch. Bayern and the likes of Gladbach over here. Are they going to get those early goals? That is what I am waiting for in this. Luis Diaz down on the pitch. It is a hard tackle coming in. It is a tackle made to Luis Diaz. But look at the referee, Sasha Stankman, not getting those ugly cards. Oh my goodness, it is, look at that. It is Gladbach who have got their number 17 Kastrop, who has got a tackle to Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz is now down on the pitch. But it is the referee Stasha Stegman not giving any cards for that. Vincent Company, will he be making those big moves? Luis Diaz already down on the pitch. Is it the need of a substitution? We can't afford to get those injury moments. Give a card for that tackle, my boy. Give a card for that tackle. Stacha Sebman, the referee on the pitch. Sacha Stechman, the referee on the pitch, not getting that ugly tackle to Kastrop, number 17 of Gladbach. For that ugly tackle he made. Look at that. It could have been a big injury for Luis Diaz. No deny. Oh my goodness. Now Kastrop has got a only yellow card for that ugly tackle. Kastrop now getting only a yellow card for that ugly tackle he has made to Luis Diaz so far. We have been getting now 67% votes for Bayern Munich against the likes of Gladbach. Gladbach hasn't got a single vote. And Mohun Bagan against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. We have got 33% votes for Mohun Bagan and no votes for Chennaiyin FC over here. It was a bad tackle. Kastrop, the number 17 from Gladbach, deserves a red card for this to Luis Diaz tackle. It should be a red card. Now the referee, it is the likes of Sasha Stepan. Now moving on to those side screens to have a view of how that tackle was made. Look at that. It was straight. The boots of Kastrop, it was straight onto the shin bone of Luis Diaz's right foot. My goodness, Luis Diaz could have got his right foot or the ankle broken. That tackle from Kastrop, look at that. His boot was simply placed straight onto that front shin bone part of Luis Diaz. It could have been a big injury. It is a red card tackle, which is the need of the hour. Gladbach, number 17, Kastrop, deserves a red card for this ugly tackle. It is not an easy tackle being made. Change that decision. It is the likes of Saja Stepman on these sidelines. Is that a red card he is going to? Yes, it is a red card. Gladbach with the likes of Kastrop. It was an ugly move. Kastrop, number 17, now getting that red card. It is such a stretchman. The referee finally moving on to the sidelines, having that view of the screen. He took his time witnessing how that tackle was made from Kastrop to the likes of Luis Diaz, and previously he gave that a yellow card and now it is a red card. It is worries now coming in for Gladbach at home. At their home, Gladbach are now getting those worries at the Borussia Park and they are now down to 10 men. A red card has come in and Kastrop, number 17, who was previously given a yellow card for that, now is having a sent off from the pitch. A red card and now out of the pitch. It is a cross which Bayern has won. Free kick, set piece being taken. Outside, Curler coming in. Joshua Kimmich this time, but denied. So Gladbach will now only have in the lineups to be talking about it. It will be only Tebakovic who will be looking to be making that high up in the attacks. Look at that. They are down to 10 man. Jonas Ubig just carrying the ball good enough. Look at the move which he made. Jonas Ubig, just look at the move he made. Good ball rolling rotation from the likes of Ubig. This time Kimmich passing that to Boe. Back to Upamecano. Kimmich going it high up. Sacha Boe this time. Olise is there on the free space. Back to Boe. But where is that space where Nicholas Jackson is trying to be making into the high part of the forwarding attacks of Bayern over here? Upamecano goes to the far left wings. It is now Tom Bishop. Harry Kane dropping down on the flanks, passing that to Upamecano. Bayern are just close to the box in making those possession and they are making those passes. Anytime I can sense a goal incoming, anytime I can sense a goal incoming, and Bayern are going to get their first goal soon enough. That is, the ball is off the pitch. A throw now coming in, quickly being taken. It is now to Harry Kane. Goes for Upamecano. Goes for Boy again. It is Olise now dropping in. It is a foul coming in. Bayern and Gladbach still goalless and a red card to Kastrop is the story. Oh my goodness, look at that challenge again to Mikel Olise. It is number 7 Stroger who has got a bad tackle. Stroger got that tackle to Olise. I think Gladbach had the down at the 18th spot at the last of the table are just giving it everything, anything to be getting those injury moments. Gladbach are the 18th spot, not getting a single win this season, are looking damn frustrated, and the tackles which they are been getting in is really worrying. No denying the fact, and that is what this red card has happened. 22 minutes now onto the watch. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. How is this game rolling? And on the other hand, Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, what is the score line which is going to be? My goodness, 7 minutes into this fixture, but no stats and no timeline coming in from those aspects of BBC's coverage. 7 minutes into this and still no coverage of this fixture, Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC on our panel. We are sorry for that, my boys. We are extremely sorry for the not showing that exact timeline onto our fixture for this Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC. Bayern now has a corner again, set piece. Joshua Kimmich going to take that. It is a fight looking, ugly fight looking happening between Goretzka. It is Goretzka who is having some sort of a ugly fight. It was the likes of Engelhardt who was getting those ugly tackles to Goretzka. Denied. It is Tom Bishop this time, passing that. Luis Diaz. Bishop again, high up on the attacks. Back to Luis Diaz. Mid-pitch, Upamecano. Bayern are so high up on the attacks. Anytime I can sense a goal incoming. Gladbach are going to concede any time. But they can't afford to get any more cards in this picture. Kim Min-jae this time, pressing it high up. Goes for Diaz. Diaz back to Min-jae game. It is the hard work now which Bayern have to make into this fixture. It is that hard work now which Bayern has to make it in this picture. Look at that. Leipzig are now 4 up. My goodness. Leipzig up against the likes of Augsburg are now 4 up. Give your predictions of the fixtures of the Premier League as well, because tonight we have got United up against the likes of Brighton, Ruben Amorim's men against the likes of Fabian Häusler. Fabian Häusler is really doing the talking, and in the past 7 fixtures he have been undefeated against United, just a single loss. And late at night it is also Brentford and Liverpool with the likes of Arne Slot fighting against the likes of Keith Andrews. With that win which Liverpool has got in the Champions League, will they be making those big recoveries in the Premier League as well? That is the story we'll be having the late watch along tonight as well. But for as of now, it is Gladbach and the likes of Bayern Munich and Mohun Bagan up against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. These are the 2 fixtures which we are having a watch of. Mohun Bagan, Chennaiyin FC, 10 minutes into the fixture, still goalless. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is an ugly challenge. Upamecano getting that header interception. He gets that, but number 15, look at that. Gladbach with their number 15 on the pitch. He was looking it, making it so good. But Tabakovic, the man to be talking in, the number 15 in the squad, it was not that good enough, my boy. Gladbach are really causing those big moments. Bayern so far has just registered a single shot and not on target so far. Gladbach are really doing that good. No denying the fact the stats are talking and revealing. Bayern are having that position so far into this fixture. It is close to 60%. Bayern are having those positions so far in this picture. Gladbach are with 40%. But Bayern hasn't registered a single shot on target so far. It was an early opportunity which Luis Diaz got, but not getting converted. Will was the last shot early in just under 1 minute. And now it is 26 minutes on the watch. That is 25 minutes past. Bayern hasn't been able to register a shot on target. Upamecano is off the pitch. My goodness. Upamecano, is he looking for a substitution? No. Upamecano had a header collision up against the likes of Tebakovic, number 15, the man who is doing the talking for Gladbach this season. He has got those 3 goals, he has got those assists. But it is a header collision coming in, Upamecano up against the likes of Tebakovic, and it is the first aid which is looking happening for Tebakovic on the pitch. It is the first aid which is happening for Tebakovic on the pitch. That is what the storyline is. Oh my goodness, it is some sort of band-aid which has been applied on Tebakovic's center part of the head. He was bleeding. He was bleeding. The fight is happening, my boys. The fight is happening over here. Gladbach and Bayern, fight is happening. Gladbach are giving everything and anything to just have a stop Bayern for scoring goals. But Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC is still 13 minutes on the watch and it is goalless. Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC in the AIFF Super Cup group stage matches, it is still goalless. And it is the likes of Jose Molina up against the likes of Chennaiyin FC with Clifford Miranda. They are doing the talking. But what are the stats of this fixture so far? Look at that. AIFF fixture and across the globe, the coverage of this, not good enough. Not good enough from any of the timeline fixtures being provided by all those teams and those apps and websites across the globe. Upamecano has a handball. He is man marking Tebakovic. Will that be a card shown? No. Tebakovic is the man. He is looking lethal and he is showing those temperament time and again. Upamecano now getting a yellow card for that tackle to Tebakovic. Gladbach has been really performing good. No denying the fact. If we are looking for the performance of Gladbach over here, let me just show you onto our screen. Gladbach hasn't been really bad enough. Look at that. It is Borussia Gladbach in their fixtures. Look at that. They have got a goal against Union Berlin. It was a defeat. Gladbach this time taking a set piece. Number 9 takes a shot. Ubig gets the hold of the ball good. Look at that. It is the performance from Jonas Ubig looking good. But look at the performance of Gladbach. They haven't registered a single win in the Bundesliga so far in the 7 match days so far. But against Union Berlin, they lost 3-1. It was Freiburg. They got a draw. Not bad. Against Frankfurt, look at this fixture. It is Gladbach who got 4-6 on the score line. Frankfurt scored 6 goals, but Gladbach got 6. Against the likes of Leverkusen, it was 1 each on the draw. They lost to Werder Bremen 4-0. Stuttgart, they lost 1-0, but they have been really fighting it, and that is what the story is. Harry Kane inside the box. Will he get a shot? No, denied. It is Luis Diaz again, passing that. Nicholas Jackson, first touch miss coming in from Jackson. First touch coming in, missing from Nicholas Jackson. Luis Diaz, Harry Kane. It is the clinical finishing which is looking now absent. 30 minutes into this watch. And not a goal coming in. Nicholas Jackson again, passing that. Joshua Kimmich, back to Goretzka. Diaz this time on the wings. Will he make a curl? No, he is having that possession. What a dribble it is. Goes for Goretzka this time. Back to Diaz. Make a shot, my boy. Make a shot. Upamecano high up. He takes a long range shot, but not a threat it was. It was Upamecano who looked distressed and he takes a shot, But Upamecano, to be talking about him, is a defender, striker trying to be happening into that, but not a threat it was. Nicolas Moritz is the goalkeeper for Gladbach in this fixture, but not a threat it was. But Bayern in the stats not performing that what the fans were expecting, because so far only just 2 shots being taken all in all, and not a single shot Bayern has taken on target. Kim Min-jae high up, getting a deflection. It is Olise now has got the ball. Pass it to Jackson, my boy. Pass it to Jackson. Jackson now pressing it high up for the goalkeeper, Nicolas. Oh my goodness, Goretzka is down on the pitch. There is some sort of injuries, I guess, Goretzka has got on his upper gums. Is that an injury looking in? Is that an injury looking in? Referee on the pitch, Sasha Stegman making those moves. It was Kim Min-jae who was getting. Look at that, it was a tackle. Kim Min-jae gets that good. He was just pressing it high up against the likes of Tabakovic. It is Bayern who is not giving Tabakovic the number 15 on the striking aspects for Gladbach in this Bundesliga round 8, because he is the man who is talking, and Bayern knows that he can be clinical enough because it is Ubik on the goalkeeping aspects. Ubik this time passing that to Min-jae came with his left footer, goes on to the far right back. Such a way this time. Jackson gets the ball. He's rolling it high up. He passes to Olise. A pass not good and not clinical enough from Jackson. So Jackson is looking, gaining those momentums. He is still looking, acquiring those positions high up. But he is looking, working for it. That is what the praise is. Diaz this time goes in. Harry Kane. One touch pass to Goretzka again. Upamecano goes for Sacha Boey. Sacha Boey is passing that back, but look at that. The presence of Olise, he is making it more to the center part. He is trying to populate the defensive lineup of Gladbach because they are down and parking their bus most of the time. Look at that. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Gladbach are there inside the box, safeguarding their nets. Plus one goalkeeper, it is there. Number 7, Struger gets the ball rolling off the pitch. It is a throw coming in for Mayan. Sacha Boey takes that. Goes for Min-jae Kim. Goretzka, look at that. Gladbach are down in their own box, just safeguarding there. Luis Diaz takes a shot. I think, was that a deflection? No. This is what happens when Bayern are pressing it high up and the opposition who are looking to be safeguarding their own defense and they are protecting the ball not to be conceding an early goal, and this is what happens. It is Bayern forwards now looking frustrated enough with those attacking aspects because they need some creativity coming in from the left part of the pitch. I would say again back. Bayern is back to the basics where they were looking those numbers talking. It is a deflection now. Olise gets it high up. Nicolas Jackson is on the move. Will he make a touch? He gets a deflection. No, denied. Gladbach with their goalkeeper of Nicolas. He made those moves high up. Otherwise, it could have been a scoring opportunity for Nicolas Jackson to take a shot at least on target. On the other hand, Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, 20 minutes into this, not a goal yet being scored. There is that poll which has been pinned onto the chat, that who wins football clash today between Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC. Give your votes. We have got 25% votes for Mohun Bagan. As well as in that poll, we have Bayern Munich up against the likes of Gladbach as well. Bayern has got 75% votes. Give your votes onto our live poll. And apart from that, we are also having that question, that how many goals will Bayern score today, or will Gladbach cause some upset? It is Bischoff now passing that. Kimmich, Olise, back to Upamecano. Luis Diaz this time. Goes to the far post. crosses from Diaz are not looking happening. Neither his shots are on target. It is a goal which he has got in the previous UCL fixture as well. But we need that good momentum coming in from the likes of Luis Diaz. Harry Kane trying to get it inside the box, but being man-marked good enough. 36 minutes now onto the watch. Still goalless. When are Bayern going to get their first goal? Because after that, it will be raining goals coming in. Sacha Boey outside the box takes a shot. Block and interception to that. This is a hard fight looking for Bayern now. Because in the stats, only 2 shots Bayern has taken so far clinically, but not a single shot threat it was to Nicolas, the goalkeeper of Gladbach so far, because Bayern hasn't taken a shot on target. It is Gladbach who is down on their own box. They have parked the bus beautifully so far, but how long is that going to happen? Police, but crosses are seen to be happening. Crosses are the things which is the need of the hour. Goretzka goes for Diaz. It is Bishop now, passing for Jackson, blocked. It is Upamecano who is speeding down enough, gets to Ubig. It was that move, my boys. Look at that. It is Tabakovic who is pressing it high up. Tabakovic is the man who is pressing it high up. Because let me show you about this man, Tabakovic. He has that speed, he has that move. And every time, whenever where is that Tabakovic over here? Yes, it is. It is Tabakovic, the man who is from Bosnia. By birth, he is from Switzerland, but this man, Tabakovic, has been doing the talking. 8 matches in the Bundesliga so far for Gladbach, and he has got 3 goals. And he has played 424 minutes in those 8 fixtures. Not bad enough. Not bad enough. So in the first half, if Bayern are going to stop Tabakovic good enough, it will be a win-win situation. It will be a win-win situation. Because Gladbach, in terms of their matches and in their squad, look at the number of goals. It is Tabakovic who has got 3 goals. It is Leon Ranos who has got a goal that has been on the attacking aspects. And apart from that, hasn't been that enough. So it is Tabakovic on the forwards who has got 3 goals. That is where Bayern has to stop him in the first half. That is where they will be looking to be gaining that. After that, Bayern will be playing it good in the second half with no threat of any attacking aspects coming in from the likes of Gladbach. Eugen Polanski is the man from Gladbach who is there on the counterpart of Vincent Kompany. Eugen Polanski, to be talking about him, look at that. This man, he has 4 matches managed so far. 6-10 is where he has conceded. And oh my goodness, Luis Diaz takes a shot good enough. Will that cross go in with the likes of the goalkeeper of Gladbach? It was Nicolas getting that good enough. It was a curler, it was a blades curl which Luis Diaz took. It was a blades curl which Luis Diaz took. So Eugen Polanski with down to 10 men is making his man look good. Nicolas Jackson this time getting it from Harry Kane. Jackson goes into the far post trying to get Olise, but getting outnumbered by the men in white on the pitch. So Egon Polanski has been that in the upcoming, he has just got 4 fixtures managing in. But look at that, Vincent Kompany, 12 matches, 44 goals he has scored, 9 he has conceded. 12 matches is on a winning streak, 21 is the league point. It is inside the box. Will such a boy get a shot? No. Rigid defense of Gladbach, not allowing the Bayern forwards to be making it high up. It is the rigid defense of Gladbach. So in Bayern, if you are talking 12 matches, 12 wins for Vincent Company, 24-25 season, 38 matches, 9 draws, 9 losses was the season looking happening. So Vincent Company from Burnley looking good at Bayern, but for this fixture so far hasn't been that good enough to get a goal. Will Bayern get a goal, or will there be some sort of upsets coming in from Gladbach? Or will Gladbach be the first team in the season so far to get those defeats to Bayern? On the other hand, Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC is still 27 minutes on the watch. Not a single goal which has been scored, but the coverage from all those football applications as well as those websites across the globe is so poor that they are not even showing that exact timeline. Let me just find that timeline from some other source. Let me find that exact timeline. Inside the box, Harry Kane gets shot, not good enough. Harry Kane just couldn't get the contact of the ball. Inside the box, it was Harry Kane. It was Olise who made that. I think it was the likes of Luis Diaz from the far right wings. He made that. Harry Kane was not in that perfect position to take a shot. He was not just on that right angle to the goal post. Look at that. We have got some updates about the likes of Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC. In the shots taken, only Chennaiyin has taken a shot. Mohun Bagan hasn't yet registered a shot at least against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. That is what the events which are being shown. That is what as far we can show on to our screen. Where is that picture? Yes, it is still 9 minutes. No, that is not. It is 29 minutes onto this, and look at that. The coverage has been really poor from everything. So that is what which we can show. 29 minutes on the watch for Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, and not a goal. It is East Bengal, Dempo, Mohun Bagan, Chennaiyin in the same group. Next, Mohun Bagan are going to face Dempo, SC. And after that, it is again the Kolkata Derby on the 30th of this month. But over here, Bayern and the likes of Gladbach, which is happening over here at the Borussia Park, it is goalless. Tom Bishop trying it high, go to get some sort of penetration inside the box, but no, Gladbach defensively so good enough. Jonasu Big high up from the edge of the box, out of his zone, making that header deflection. It is Tabakovic who is making those runs. He's up against the likes of Upamecano and the Kim Min-jae, but not good enough to take a shot on target. That is what the stats are looking in. It is a shot coming in. Tom Bishop with his left footer powering shot. It was a worry the first time in the first half. Now it is Tom Bishop with his left footer taking a power shot. It was a rising one. He went in straight, but it was Nicholas, the goalkeeper of Gladbach. This time he has to make a save. The Bayern now registers the first shot on target in 44 minutes, and that too from Tom Bishop. Again, a set piece corner being taken, but no one from Bayern staying on the far post to take those headers. I think Bayern forwards are really looking lazy in this fixture. Would you call that? Or it is the park the bus mentality from Gladbach, where they are down to 10 men as well as their home, they are just safeguarding the nets. Is that the story which is looking happening? So far, Bayern has got 6 shots. In the last 5 minutes, Bayern has registered 3 shots on target. Now they are looking to get those early first half goal. Joshua Kimmich passing that to Boy. Olise is not moving wide. It is Jackson who is staying it high up. Harry Kane gets that. It is to Goretzka. Goretzka gets that. Harry Kane makes a turn. Will he take a shot? Late enough to get a shot on target from Harry Kane. Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC still 32 minutes. Goalless. I need a goal coming in from Mohun Bagan, my boys. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. We are waiting for your votes to be coming onto a poll and answers to that questions as well, which has been pinned onto the chat. Goretzka this time goes for Kim Min-jae over here. Diaz goes for Upamecano. Boy this time. Olise make a cross. 5 minutes off at a time. 45 minutes are now up. 5 minutes being awarded for this first half. There were some moments of some sort of injury moments which were happening in the first half, starting from the likes of Upamecano. It was also the likes of a red card and a tackle to Luis Diaz. But it is Rocco Reeds, the man now talking with the referee Sasha Stevman. Look at that, what has happened. It was a tackle to Olise. Olise is down on the pitch. Olise is being humiliated. He has been tackled. He has been hit with the ball. It is Rocco Reeds having some words with the referee Sasha Stevman, but a free kick now on the dead hours of the first half. Still 2 minutes 30 seconds left out of those 5 minutes of added time for the first half. Sasha Stevman asking for that set piece to be taken, blowing that whistle. Kimmich is there. Olise is there. Whom is Kimmich going to get? He gets a cross. Blocked. Gladbach just predicted that where Kimmich is going to place that, and it is a deflection coming in. Luis Diaz passing that. Min-jae came. Upamecano. Diaz again. Make a cross. Jackson is there. It is on a free space. Joshua Kimmich takes that. Will he takes a shot? Not close to the net from Joshua Kimmich this time. It was a shot being taken and Bayern. It was a shot. Joshua Kimmich takes that. Look at that. Bayern with their men in black jersey were there. They were even getting Gladbach outnumbered in their own box for the first time. It is the first time Bayern were getting Gladbach outnumbered, but couldn't register a shot on target from Joshua Kimmich. This is what happens. This is what happens. The momentum needs to be coming in for that first goal. It is the need of the hour. A header pass. Upamecano goes for Ubik. Still 1 more minute left into this first half to end. Still 1 more minute left for Gladbach and Bayern to end. Goretzka goes that. Upamecano. Look at that. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Gladbach down on their own box. It is now Olise inside the box. Goes for a cross. A header. He lead B. Boy misses that. Harry Kane blocked. Gladbach have been really impressive in their defensive aspects. No denying the fact. We're down to 10 men. They have been really impressive. Bayern with the last attempt could be taking in. Upamecano placing that high up for Jackson. Had a block. Kim Min-jae this time gets a header interception again. Jackson, will he get that? No. 4 minutes 50 seconds of those added time in the first half is up. That was a massive clearance coming in. Look at that. It is the likes of Gladbach who has got their number 16 Sander. It is Egenhardt, Dix, Alvedi. They are making those moments good enough and has denied Bayern of any clean opportunities to be coming in. So Bayern in the first half has gathered to register only, I think, 3 or 4 shots. What is that stat? Yes, 7 shots all in all Bayern has taken. and only 3 shots on target from Bayern, with Gladbach down to 10 men, but mostly on their own defensive half. That is what the story is. So Vincent Company starting lineup, it was the likes of Tom Bishop, it was the likes of Jackson, it was the likes of Kim Min-jae, but not getting it past the nets of Gladbach has been the story so far. And out of those cards, if you are seeing, it is Kastrop getting an ugly tackle to Diaz, gets a yellow card. After that, the referee sees on the sidelines on those screens and gives a red card, change in the decision, comes in. Upamecano gets a yellow card and a yellow card from Luis Diaz. But Luis Diaz hasn't been looking good enough in the performance. He is looking bit high up on his energy and in those frustrating moments. But Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC is still 37 minutes into this and not a goal which has come in. Let me refresh that. Yes, not a goal coming in from the likes of Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC. So it is the first half which is now happening over here. Has ended for Bayern and the likes of Gladbach, but are we going to watch that Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC onto our screen? Where is that thing which is looking to be coming in? There is that poor coverage for Mohun Bagan and Chennaiyin FC. That is what the different storylines have been poor enough for this fixture. AIFF Super Cup and no proper coverage of this. Really poor coverage that is looking happening. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Oh my goodness, it is Mohun Bagan who has got a goal. Let me just want to have that. Where is this picture? Watching it live, it is on the Jio Hotstar. Yes, make it happen, my boy. Jio Hotstar is the platform where this is looking happening. Jio Hotstar is the platform over here. Nothing looking happening, my boy. Nothing looking happening. Yes, it is. On the Jio Hotstar, it is Mohun Bagan and the likes of, oh my goodness. The first goal has come in, my boys. The first goal has come in. 1-0 is the score line. Who could have denied Mohun Bagan of a win against the likes of Chennaiyin FC? And the first goal has come in. Who was the man who got that goal out of that? One zero is the score line, my boys. It is 1-0 the score line. So with the aspect of Clifford Miranda looking that making good to happen, Clifford Miranda is the man. Will he make Chennaiyin FC for a comeback? This is what the storyline has been. Forty minutes onto the watch, and now Mohun Bagan has got a goal into this. Alberto and Rodriguez are pressing it high up. Will they get something good enough? Look at that. Chennaiyin getting those blocks. Oh my goodness. Look at the pitch. It is water everywhere. And the way Mohun Bagan are taking it, it is looking like a mud game happening. Look at the water on the pitch which is over there. 1-0 is the scoreline. I will take a short 1 minute break, my boy. I will take a short 1 minute break. And give your votes on that poll which has been pinned onto the chat. Mohun Bagan, will they win the football clash today against the likes of Chennaiyin FC up by 1 goal? Or will the likes of Bayern Munich up against the likes of Gladbach. These are the two parallel double watch along we are having on to our screen. But look at the water on the pitch over here. Oh my goodness, the ball is just not rolling in. There is water everywhere on the pitch. What is that looking happening? It is raining, it is downpour happening over here, and in that getting a goal, it is not that easy job which has happened. It is not that easy job which has happened. It is still 1-0 the score line. Oh my goodness, a clearance coming in finally. Water everywhere on the pitch. It is the downpour which is happening over here. The stadium is, no one is there to watch this fixture. And AIFF getting this Super Cup fixture so far from the state. It's raining heavily and there is water, hell lot of water on the pitch. Look at that. The players are just playing like on a mud. The turf is getting out of the shape. There is water everywhere. Now it is a long ball coming in. Subhasish Bose going to get that momentum for Liston Colasso. Water everywhere, water, and then also Mohun Bagan has got a goal. That is what the story will be. It is water everywhere, water, but Mohun Bagan has got a goal out of that water. That is what the storyline will be. I will take a short 1 minute break, my boy. I will be just back in 2 minutes. Till then, watch this watery fixture which is happening. Watery fixture for Mohun Bagan so far. This is that stadium in Goa where this fixture is happening. Mohun Bagan up against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. 2 minutes of added time into this first half, and look at that. It is the thing which is looking happening. And Mohun Bagan up by 1 goal. The goal has come in for Mohun Bagan. It is the first half which has ended over here. It is McLaren, Jamie McLaren, Smooth McLaren, who has got a goal into this. But this fixture started it with the likes of so much of water on the pitch, and it is a mud pitch which the players are playing. Oh my goodness, we have got another vote for Bayern over here onto our poll. But it is that mud pitch which we have been playing it, and AIFF just getting this fixture so far in the aspects in the state of Goa, and they are playing that. But what was the need of the hour? We have got so much of better stadiums. It was the rain predictions which was going to be happening in. The players were not looking at making it good on the pitch. They are not even being able to get those moves. No tactical gameplays. Neither the things were looking to be happening in. Neither from the likes of Jose Molina, neither the likes of Clifford Miranda. But why this game was being played in Goa, where so much of those water and downpour has just flooded the pitch, and the players are not even being able to take a shot. The players are not even able to make a move. It is now itself downpouring. It is the end of the first half. 1 goal lead, and in the AIFF Super Cup, I don't think Chennaiyin FC will get a single goal out of this. It is Mohun Bagan who are definitely going to cruise past into the big state of fixtures into this. Next, they have got Dempo SC, as well as there is that again big derby match against East Bengal. They are going to be getting that. But Chennaiyin have been getting those shots, but big saves from Vishal Kath. No denying the fact he has been the savior. And in this water flooded pitch, Mohun Bagan getting a goal from McLaren. That has been the story, and it is Sobuj and Maroon. They are making that big number talking. Will the Super Cup be again coming in? But the goal which has happened from McLaren, it was a perfect finish, and it was the conversion which was the need of the hour, and it just happened. But Chennaiyin were making it. Big saves were there from Vishal Kath all across the first half. Big saves. Vishal Kath is the Manuel Neuer of the Indian football, and it was the big saves which was looking in. Liston Colasso made that. A pass coming in to McLaren, and McLaren with his right footer on the first time shot. But look at that receiving part of Liston Colasso, and that back heel assist to McLaren to the far post. McLaren making that shot straight into the nets, and it was Nawaz on the goalkeeping aspects of Chennaiyin FC. Just couldn't stop that because it is water everywhere on the pitch, and McLaren just converted it good. Mohun Bagan are really cropping it good up, my boys. Big boys doing the talking. On the other hand, Borussia, Gladbach, and the likes of Bayern to be talking in about their fixture. Look at that. It is still the halftime which is going in. The storyline has been really poor. Vincent Kompany and his men have been only able to register 7 shots. That has been the storyline. Only 7 shots coming in from the likes of Vincent Kompany and his men. That has not been the story so far, and only 3 on target. It is Borussia Gladbach down to their own defensive aspects and down by 10 men as well, getting a red card early in from the likes of Kastrop, who got that red card against the ugly tackle he made to Luis Diaz. But the Bayern forwards hasn't been clinical enough in this fixture, or they are getting those spaces not good enough to get those conversions. Will this be doing the talking, or is there any sort of changes which has to be made? Because now showing into the stats of this fixture, let me put this onto our screen. Where is that? Let me put this onto our screen. Here it is, my boys. Here it is. Here comes the stats of Gladbach and the likes of Bayern so far in this picture. Look at this. It hasn't been that clinical good enough. The last shot which came in was from Joshua Kimmich. He was in an open space to get that into the nets, but nowhere near the nets. The shot from Joshua Kimmich close inside the box, but out of the woodwork is the story. The first shot coming in, Luis Diaz, it was the one big chance for Bayern to get this conversion good, but Luis Diaz again missing the nets, nowhere near a threat that was from the goalkeeping aspects of Nicolas to be doing the talking. Nicolas not good enough. I mean, Nicolas has been really good enough. Harry Kane on the 22nd minute. Look at that. After the first minute, it was on the 22nd minute. Harry Kane gets a shot. But it was a block again. It was a block again. Look at that. What has happened to the stats of this? All in all, in the lineups, if you are talking about, does Bayern need to make any changes? Olise has been decent. Harry Kane getting those moves. Nicolas Jackson is the man who needs to be doing the talking in terms of those touches and in terms of those passes. Nicolas Jackson has been missing those passes. The form is again looking worrying. Luis Diaz has been decent enough. Goretzka Kimmich on the mid pitch, getting those moves, but not those creative movements to be leaking high up on the pitch. But it is the likes of Tom Bishop who has to move high up. Whether Goretzka needs to stay down, and Bishop with his speed looks to be moving high up. But Upamecano already got a yellow card so far. Kim Min-jae has been decent. Sacha Boey on the other hand has been marvelous. But not a potential threat for Jonas Ubik so far in this fixture. It is the storyline and not a potential threat it was to Jonas Ubik so far in this. That is what the storyline been. So the second half is about to begin for Bayern and the likes of Gladbach. What is the storyline going to be? What are the substitutions which is looking to be happening? The second half has kicked off and a goal kick it is from Jonas Ubik high up on the pitch. It is now Tom Bishop passing that. He goes in high up. Will there be a move? Oh my god, a substitution has come in. A substitution, I guess, has come in. It is the aspects of Lima who is seen on the page. Look at that. Lima is now there. He passes it. Diaz gets it inside the box. Will Jackson get a touch? No, denied. The second half underway. 4 minutes into the watch. It is on the mid page where it is Bishop is staying. It is the likes of Goretzka who is staying. I think it is Upamecano who has been given a substitution. Upamecano, I think he was on a yellow card and he has been given those substitutions. So Goretzka and the likes of Kim Min-jae are there on the defensive aspects. Lima has joined in into those inverted backs. Jackson gets opportunity. Olise takes a shot. Denied again. Olise takes a second rebound shot but blocked. Worries for Bayern in this fixture. Straight 12 wins so far in this season and not a loss so far. And now they are missing everything whichever is coming in. A shot to be taken from inside the box. The storyline is not looking that happy. A fast shot from Lima. First post. Oh my goodness. Gladbach with the aspects of Nicolas, their goalkeeper, is saving that again. Was that cross coming in from Luis Diaz to Jackson? Jackson missed that intentionally, or was it his poor form where Jackson just considered a scoring opportunity? Is it that test which Bayern forwards are taking from the likes of Gladbach into this? Because they don't want any sort of injuries definitely to be coming in. That is what they want to be happening. Kim Min-jae passing that to Ubik. It is Upamecano who is not there, but Goretzka has dropped to the defensive aspects. And Bishop moving on to the mid page with Kimmich. And Lima is the man coming in the second half. That has been the story so far. Nicolas Jackson on his move again. But this time it is Joshua Kimmich passing that. Lima on to Diaz. Diaz on the wings. Will he make a cross? No, denied. A corner coming in. No, it is the referee Sasha Stechman pointing to a goal kick. It is a goal kick being awarded to Gladbach. Sasha Stechman, the referee on the pitch, pointing that to a goal kick. But look at that, Gladbach are giving everything in their defensive aspects. We're talking in Deeks, Ilvedi, Needs. Kastrop is off the pitch with a red card in the first half itself. But on the defensive aspects, Gladbach are just safeguarding anything coming onto the nets. And Gladbach are making those saves marvelously enough on the pitch. Rafael Guerrero has also come in. Now Sacha Boey is off the pitch. Sacha Boey from the right backs is off the pitch, and now it is Rafael Guerrero joining into the attacks. Vincent Company making two quick changes. It is Stanisic who is there available for the substitutions. He is back from a long-term injury. Will he be called in? But no, it is Rafael Guerrero who has replaced Sacha Boey on the right back. And Guerrero is staying on the right backs and Lama is staying on the left backs. That is the ugly story is. Pavlovic is there, Leonard Carl, Gnabry, Wisdom Mike on the forwards. Will I see my man Leonard Carl to be doing the talking? It is inside the box. Nicholas Jackson, will he get a shot? Oof, so close enough but not clinical enough, because Jackson was not aware that the ball with that deflection is going to come to him inside the box. Diaz this time on the wings again, pressing it. He goes for Bishop. Bishop goes for Harry Kane, takes a shot, deflection again. It is Olise on the edge of the box. A cross coming in for Guerrero from Olise. Block again. Gladbach are blocking again, but now it is Bayern who are bombarding. It is now Bayern who are bombarding. They are looking to destroy Gladbach down in their own half. But the storyline will be interesting if Bayern are going to get that early goal. Will the mentality break over here for Gladbach? Because they are just safeguarding the nets, and unless and until Gladbach are having that man number 15 Tabakovic on the pitch, anytime they can get a goal, it is the threat. Only if Tabakovic is getting those substitutions, it will not be the threat and Bayern can play it high up. Or will the likes of Bayern mentality, will they be going down and conceding? Will Gladbach be breaking the winning mentality of Bayern this season? Will they be the team first doing this? Tabakovic is the man. He is getting man marked. Kim Min-jae and Goretzka on the center backs. Guerrero now this time. The ball is off for a throw this time for Gladbach. There's a block coming in. Bishop gets that. Goretzka passing back to Ubik. Ubik is looking confident enough, my boy. Ubik is looking confident enough. Deflection ball coming back. Again to Min-jae Kim, goes for Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Bishop. It is on the left wings. Now Bayern looking in, making in from the likes of Diaz. Diaz has got a curl into the box. Again a block from Gladbach. It is Elvedi, the man number 30 from Gladbach, getting that interception again. Look at the Gladbach fans over there. At the Borussia Park, Gladbach fans are really making it good enough. They are just hardly anything and they are winning anything. Tabakovic, he is there inside the box, a set piece. Olise takes that corner, left footer, but header block coming in. Look at that, it is 10 men down Gladbach and they are all of them inside the box safeguarding their nets. And that is what they are doing consistently so far in the second half as well. 56 minutes now on the watch. 56 minutes now on the watch. Can Bayern get a goal? Or will my man Lennart Karl be joining in? Because talking about Vincent Company, he picked up Jackson for today's fixture, but it was Olise who was on the mid pitch, and it was Lennart Karl on the wings and Luis Diaz for Bayern in the UCL fixture. But Company picking up Jackson, what was that move for? Was that a move Vincent Company good enough, or that is where Bayern has dropped that momentum in the first half? But in the stats, so far in the first half, it was 7 shots Bayern took, and in the second half now, 4 more. All in all, 11 shots Bayern has taken, only 6 on target. Not that good enough, I would say, my boy. On the other hand, Mohun Bagan and the Chennaiyin FC, the goal line is 1-0 from McLaren. That is what the storyline is. The second half hasn't yet been getting a kick-off. 58 minutes now. Diaz passing back. Minje came. It is now Lima high up on the wings. Goes for Bishop again. Bishop gets Nicholas Jackson. Jackson not getting a touch. Looking clumsy. Jackson is looking clumsy in making those touches. That is what the worry is, and it is paying off in a bad note for Bayern so far. Lima this time goes for Diaz again. Diaz gets a chip in, but interception. How are Bayern going to get a shot into the nets? Because it is Gladbach down to 10 men, and they are safeguarding everything, whatever is coming in. It is the lack of space. Harry Kane gets a turn, but getting outnumbered by 3 men in white from Gladbach. Goretzka on that deflection, passing that to Olise. It is the hard work which one is trying to be doing. They have to cut in from the far post. That is where they have to narrow down the pitch. Spread the pitch and make them narrow down. That is where you have to get it. A win is that only way where you can get it. Guerrero this time on the edge of the box. Passing that to Olise. Olise gets across. Nicholas Jackson, Harry Kane. No, interception again. It is the momentum dribbling looking to be happening. Olise doing everything, whatever he is looking to be making happening in this. The goal is not coming in, my boy. I think a substitution now looking in. Nicholas Jackson is moving on the pitch. It is Chef Serge Gnabry coming in. Nicholas Jackson not looking that happy with his performance, and it is Chef Serge Gnabry coming onto the pitch. Will Chef get those goals? Talking about Chef Gnabry in this picture, he has made his presence now felt, and Vincent Company now relying on him to make those moves. It is Luis Diaz inside the box, takes a right footer, but interception again. Guerrero gets for Diaz again. A shot not that clinical enough, and not a worry for Nicholas to be doing the talking. Nicholas on safeguarding the nets for Gladbach is making it good. Bayern has to get that ugly way of getting a goal at least in this picture. That is what I have been saying. Gladbach are down on their defensive half. Bayern have to make it far from the wings. That is where the way you can penetrate, because on the central defensive block, Gladbach has just given everything and are getting Bayern outnumbered. Olise back passes that. Goretzka this time. Bishop goes for Diaz. Diaz on the edge of the box goes for Lima. Lima is so close, gets a head opportunity. Joshua Kimmich takes a shot. He was high up on the air with his right footer, but that shot not clinical enough to get a goal. The shots which Bayern forwards inside the box of Gladbach are making that, but the shots are not looking clinical. That is where it is concerning. Otherwise, a goal could have happened. Kimmich with his right footer goes for Minje Kim this time. 60 minutes on the watch. So Gnabry is there on the pitch. I would love to see his involvement. Look at that. It is Trevokovic on the move. It is Minje Kim who has just sensed that good enough. He passes back to Ubik with that interception. It is now Ubik on the nets and he is safeguarding that. But will this thing be looking good? Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, the second half has kicked off. 49 minutes into this second half. Still 1-0 is the scoreline in favor of Mohun Bagan. Joshua Kimmich this time. Bishop again. Olise on the edge of the box. Goes for Goretzka. Look at that. Goretzka is so high up. It is a move coming in. A shot that is. It is Diaz. Luis Diaz gets that assist to Harry Kane. Harry Kane makes that move good enough and it is into the nets. It is into the... My goodness, Nicholas, the goalkeeper of the Gladbach, just conceded, but the flags were raised. The flags were raised. It was a double touch coming in from Harry Kane, getting the position of the ball with his left foot, placing it on his right foot and shoots good enough with his right foot, but the flags were raised and it is offside, my boys. It is offside. Gladbach making those offside traps, getting those interceptions, getting those blocks good enough, and man are not getting a goal. But it is now their lethal man Trevokovic who is off the pitch. But no denying the fact it is their next lethal man who is coming on. It is Machino number 18. This man is coming onto the pitch. Shuto Machino is the player who is seen now coming onto the pitch. Look at that, Gladbach. I mean, in this lineup, if we are showing that aspect of Machino, look at that. Gladbach has got Shuto Machino on the pitch. 6 matches he has played, not a goal so far. His has been the experience of Holstein Kiel as well. He has been in the Bundesliga from Yokohama F Marinos. This man, Machino, have been really good enough. But look at that. This Japanese man, it is Gnabry passing that to Kimmich. Kimmich gets a left footer. It is the goal coming in, my boy. It is the goal coming in. It is Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich, who has got this goal out of nowhere. He was not even knowing that he is going to get a goal. Truly believe me, guys, this goal from Joshua Kimmich, it wasn't Joshua Kimmich who was looking to be getting a goal. He just placed that and it is into the nets. Captain Joshua Kimmich, I would say. Josh Kimmich, the man, has got the first goal. 64 minutes on the watch. Look at the building. It was Serge Gnabry on the wings, getting from Bishop. Lima gets that to Gnabry from across the wings. Gnabry places that to Kimmich. Kimmich gets interception first time. And on that rebound, he takes it from his left footer. It goes on to the far post. It is into the nets. And finally, Bayern has broken the momentum of Gladbach down in their own half to safeguard the nets, and down to 10 men. Gladbach have been really performing it good in the first half. In the second half itself, they were just parking the bus, 10 men down inside their own box, were safeguarding it. But now they have conceded to the ruthless and the unbeatable team across Europe this season. It is Bayern Munich. That is where it is. So it will be the 13th fixture. Bayern now getting their straight wins. So will now the likes of Gladbach, it is Trevokovic, their man, who is out of the pitch. It is Machino who has come in. Will they go for goals, or still on the 66 minutes on the watch, will Gladbach be looking it to at least get a goal, because they are already down to 10 men. Kim Min-jae this time. Now Bayern looking reluctant and passing the ball deep in their own defensive aspects. But is that the Bayern mentality looking to be happening? Because more goal is what Bavaria wants. There's Gnabry this time passing that. Kimmich. Kimmich gets the ball rolling for Lima. Lima on the edge of the box. Look at that. The men in white from Gladbach are so down in their own box. It is the spaces where Bayern have to find it. I want my man Lennart Karl to be coming. Wisdom Mike, Lennart Karl, I want my young man to be coming in. Olise now taking that route. Good enough. He is getting past 1, 2, 3. It is a shot being taken. Tom Bischoff takes a left footer to the far post. Grounded shot it was. Some sort of a dipping movement as well. But not a threat it was. It was the goalkeeper for Gladbach to be talking about him, Nicholas. He was no way near to safeguard that. It is the far post where he is leaving those spaces consistently time and enough. And that is what it was. Tom Bischoff looking to trying to exploit that part, but not near the woodwork. But Joshua Kimmich has got that goal which was the need of the hour, and Bayern could have that fresh breath of space on the pitch. But will this last long? Or Gladbach are going to cause those equalizers, or Bayern are going to now crush Gladbach, is the watch along we are going to have in the Bundesliga round 8. Borussia Park, the fans are now roaring high up, but it is Harry Kane getting that from the likes of Luis Diaz inside the box, deflection coming in. Gladbach getting the clearance good enough. On the other hand, Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC, 1-0 is the scoreline. Mohun Bagan leading it in the group stage match against Chennaiyin FC, and 3 points which they will be looking to gathering in those water flooded park in Goa where they are playing this. There's Gnabry this time for Bayern, getting that to the far post. Deflection, Luis Diaz gets that to the far post. Decides for the first time shot. No, tracking back. It is a header again coming in. Lima goes for a cross for Harry Kane. Denied. This time, Olise has the ball. 68 minutes on the watch. Goretzka again, Bayern again looking to dominate. They are just playing it on the first 30 meters from the nets of Gladbach. This Bundesliga round 8, the playmaking has been mostly near the edge of the box of Gladbach for both the halves. That has not been the story. Joshua Kimmich gets that. Olise, he is trying to make a move. Will he get that? No, blocked. Gladbach are now in a no man's land. What they are trying to do is the thing where they will be looking to be happening, and Eugen Polanski, the man on the pitch, will he get anything happen? It is a good scoring opportunity for Guerrero, and it is the spaces Olise has got in for the likes of Guerrero. Guerrero just getting the substitution in the second half, and now on the 68th minute gets that a goal. Look at that, the creativity coming in. Tom Bischoff with his left footer getting Olise on that free space. Olise with his right footer goes for Guerrero. Guerrero was not offside. The flags were not raised. He was on that perfect line. He receives the ball with his left footer and shoots it. Just a clinical touch to it. And it was past Nicholas, the goalkeeper of Gladbach. So good. 2-0 is the scoreline. That is what it is. A 3-goal win with a clean sheet. How big will he get that momentum? He is the man playing it. But again, I would say it was Tom Bischoff, who found Olise on that free space. And Olise again with an assist. 1-0, 2-0. Can we get 3 more goals? That was the question which was pinned onto the chat, that how many goals Bayern will score today. As well as it was there that will Gladbach cause some upset. They were looking to be happening, but it didn't happen. So Gladbach now on the 70th minute looking to make some move. A cross coming in onto the edge of the box. Bayern, will he get the deflection? Goretzka gets that, good enough. So it is Meshino, the man who has replaced Tebakovic, and he is looking to make those counters move. Tebakovic hasn't been that clinical enough for this fixture. And now all the job has been left for Meshino to be doing for Gladbach. It is a set piece, corner coming in, to the far post goes. Is this time Harry Kane getting the header deflection from inside the box. Oh my God, it is inside the box. Jonas Ubi gets a big time save. Jonas Ubi gets a big time save. Look at that. It was one-on-one against Gladbach, trying to take that shot on attempt. But Ubi just saved that a big time. Just on the 71st minute, I would say it is a big time save from Jonas Ubi. Josh Kimmich getting that to Goretzka again. Bayern looking to bring the momentum back. Kim Min-jae going for Lima. Lima goes for Diaz. Bishop this time. Referee has blown the whistle. What is that for? My goodness. Sasha Stegman, the referee, now moving to the sidelines to have a view of the big screen. But what is that? Oh my goodness. It was some sort of a move coming in. What is that? He is going to check on the screen. Gladbach, with that challenge being made, it is the likes of number 20, Tom Bishop, getting those tackles. It is number 4 from the likes of Gladbach who was there. Dix is the man who got that tackle from the likes of Tom Bishop. What is that referee going to announce that? Tom Bishop has got that tackle. Oh my goodness, Gladbach has now won a penalty. It was a tackle from Tom Bishop. He now gets a yellow card as well. It is Tom Bishop, who got that tackle to number 4, Deeks. And now it is a penalty going to be in favor of Gladbach. Gladbach are now getting the penalty moment. Jonas Ubig on the nets. Will he save it big time, my boy? Will Jonas Ubig save that a big time? Will that be the thing happening? Look at that. Who is going to score for Gladbach? It is going to be Rico Reeds. Who is the man who is going to take that penalty spot? Will it be Stuger? Will it be the likes of Rico Reeds? Who is the man for? Oh my goodness, it is Stuger, the number 7 for Gladbach. Going to take that. Will Jonas Hubi get a big time save? Save it big, my boys. Save it big. Stuger going to take that. The referee, Sasha Stegman, going to blow that whistle. Will Stuger get that past Ubik, or Ubik save that? It is, oh my God, is that a save from Ubik? It is Stuger who has missed that penalty opportunity. It is a save from Jonas Ubik, my man, big man Jonas Ubik getting a penalty save. And Stuger with the likes of Gladbach couldn't get. Oh my goodness, it was Ubik just jumping on the wrong side of the nets, and it was Stuger taking a shot to the first post with his left footer. But it is a goal which hasn't happened. So all that credit for Ubik for jumping on the wrong side of the nets. Will that be the thing for Jonas Ubik to be jumping on the wrong side of the nets? Oh my God. It is Ubik, a save it is, and now it is Lenny Curly coming in. Vincent Company now bringing in Lenny Curly, the man with the UCL debut goal, getting in, the man with the Bundesliga debut goal. I mean, in the Bayern debut, he has got a goal. This man, Lennart Curl, now onto the page. Will I get a goal from my man Lenny Curly? Will I get a goal from my man Lenny Curly? Lenny Curly is there on the pitch. Lenny Curly has arrived on the pitch, my boy. Lenny Curly has come in onto the pitch. 10 matches played, 1 goal he has got so far this season. In his career path, Lennart Curl is the man who has now been called upon on the 75th minute from Vincent Company in this Bundesliga round 8. 10 matches he has played. In his UCL debut, he has got a goal. In the FIFA Club World Cup, he was marvelous. Now he is in the senior squad. It is the time where now Vincent Company is time and again bringing him on the pitch. Lima again this time goes for Gnabry. Gnabry back from the injuries is looking good enough. Gnabry back from the injuries is looking good enough. Gladbach fans from the sidelines throwing the football back on the pitch. Jonas Ubik in the matches. 69 minutes. Look at that. The playtime he has been getting. Not regular that enough, but then also now at just 17 years, he is making that presence felt in the senior squad. Not bad enough. Not bad enough for this young Lenny Robin Curly. Gladbach has also gone for those substitutions. Hunurat is off the pitch and it is Kelly coming in. But on the other hand of the globe, it is Mohun Bagan, Chennaiyin FC, IFF Super Cup group stage, 66 minutes, Mohun Bagan up by 1 goal. It is Guerrero for Bayern looking to make creativity. Deflection coming in. Goretzka passing that to Kimmich again. Minje came this time. Everything now coming in from the left part of the pitch for Bayern. Lima placing that. It is to Karl. It is the likes of Police who is staying on high up. It is Luis Diaz, I guess, have been given that substitution. Luis Diaz now have been getting that substitution, and it is Lenny Curly coming onto the pitch on the 76th minute. Luis Diaz has been dropped, and it is Lenny Curly coming onto the pitch. Lennart Karl, 17 years of age, so much talent in it. He is making his school appearances, he's having his classes, and he is even playing with the squad. Big man for that uphill task in his next 10 to 15 years. Will he be that big man talking for Bayern in the upcoming 2 to 3 years? Number 42 in his jersey he has got. Bambi was the man previously associated with that number 42. It is that legendary number 42 for Bayern in those academies where they have been providing it for those young talents. And Lenny Curly is one of them. 2-0 is the scoreline so far. Gladbach with the penalty opportunity even couldn't get a goal. It was Kevin Stuger, the man who missed that, and I would say it is all in favor of the likes of Jonas Ubik to be getting that. He jumped out on the wrong side of the pitch, but then also didn't concede. Will that be a clean sheet coming in for Ubik, because he is going to be playing in the next upcoming 2 fixtures as well, which as Vincent Company has said in the pre-match conference. Goretzka this time going for Lenny Curly. Curly is getting those moves. Look at that. He's dropping down. Number 42 places that with his left footer. Curly it is. He goes for Lima. Gnabry back to Kimmich. Kimmich goes for Lima this time again. Back to Kimmich. It is Kimmich, Minje Kim, and Goretzka staying on the defensive aspects for those playmaking, pass making. Kimmich, will he get across? No, denied. He closes that. Goretzka this time. It is Lenny Curly in an open space. He takes a shot. Lennart Karl has got a goal. Number 42 is celebrating here at the Borussia Park. This man, Lennart Karl, is unstoppable hand from the start of this season. I was saying it. This man, Lennart Karl, if he is going to get the possession of the ball on the edge of the box, or far from the box, this man just got a UCL goal in the previous fixture, and now again with that ball loose onto the edge of the box. Lennart Karl, the number 42, is doing the talking. This man is a big name building up for Bayern in the upcoming 2 to 3 seasons, definitely. Look at that move from Lennart Karl. He just went on, he goes to that circle part of the box. Outside the box, he takes in. It was the likes of the goalkeeper of Gladbach, Nicholas, who was just And Nicholas was not even expecting that. It was a shot coming in from Lennart Karl, and look at that celebration of 70 years of this young kid in the block for Bayern. He has done it again. He has done it again. He is proving it with Jamal Musiala Bambi coming in back to the squad from his injuries. It is the likes of Olise, it is the likes of Gnabry getting those reboot versions playing in. Will Bayern be stoppable this season? Will Bayern be stoppable because it is young talents who are getting those goals? No denying the fact young talents getting those goals. It is the Bavaria mentality which company has got building in him. It is the Bavaria mentality, I would say. And Lennart Karl is one of that man to be talking. Look at that, number 42, and he's doing the talking every time with his left foot. If he gets the ball on the edge of the box, he's going to get that into the nets, and it is those stunning moves. He is unstoppable. Number 17, will he be the next Robin Curl for Bayern? Will he be the next Robin Curl for Bayern? 3-0 is the scoreline, my boys, in the Bundesliga round 8. It is to Harry Kane again in an open space. Not placed good enough to Harry Kane to get a touch to the ball. 3-0 scoreline with a clean sheet. Jonas Ubig in the lineups. It is the likes of Tom Bishop. Marvelous performances from them. It is Bishop who just got some sort of a tackle ugly in the box. A penalty moment even came in for Gladbach. But it wasn't a save from Ubig. But then also Ubig hasn't conceded. A clean sheet, I would say, is looking for Bayern in this. What more do Bayern fans would expect to be wanting it? What more do Bayern fans would be wanting to be happening? Because it is Lenny Curly the man. Will Wisdom-Mike be given those opportunities? But it is Gnabry who is up there. I don't think it will be the thing looking in. 3-0 is the scoreline, and Gladbach still not in any sort of reply back for Bayern's 3 goals. But Eugen Polanski, their manager on the pitch, getting more substitutions coming in. He wants that space. It is Rocco Reeds, the man who is being called off. There were expectations, Rocco Reeds, to be getting high up on the pitch, but denied. It was Stuger who has been denied. It is Tabakovic who has been denied. So almost all of the forwards of Gladbach in their starting lineup has been substituted now, and it is Eugen Polanski now bringing in more reinforcements. He needs at least a reply. Will Gladbach fans will get at least a reply? And that was the question which was being pinned on the chat, that how many goals will Bayern score today? Or will Gladbach score get some upset? Still 6 more minutes left for this to see how many goals Bayern are finally going to score in this. 84 minutes 30 seconds now on the watch. Look at that. It is Stanisic now being called into the pitch. Stanisic is making his moves. Bayern injured players are making their moves. It is Stanisic who is there. It is a header coming in. Lennart Karl, a man 177 centimeters, gets a header as well. This man, Lennart Karl, is capable of getting headers as well. What more can you get from this big talent at Bayern? He is getting those goals, UCL debuts in the Bundesliga. Everywhere he is getting with his left footer, and now he is getting those headers as well. Is Jonas Ubig the complete package which Bayern has got on their wings in those creative playmakings? It is Olise, it is Lennart Karl now. 2 of the talents. Look at those moves which they are making. Number 42, look at him. He is moving consistently. He is aligned with the playmaking of the senior men so good. Lama this time goes for Kimmich. Look at that positioning of Lennart Karl. He is moving on onto those free spaces. Lama goes for Karl again, but Guerrero this time not in that spot to get that assist from Lennart Karl. Look at that. Lenny Curly so aggressive, and he is making those moves consistently. Lennart Karl getting his move so good enough. Look at that. Kim Min-jae this time. Stanisic. So much of the pressures will be relieved. Olise this time making a move. Goes for Goretzka. Look at that position of Lennart Karl. He is on that open space on the far post. He is on that space on the far post. He has found that free spot. He is available all the time to be getting and receiving the ball on the edge of the box. Against Gladbach now. Stanisic this time going for Olise. Guerrero back to Olise. Olise is playing as if the ball is glued to his legs, not even losing the possession cheaply. Lima goes for Gnabry now. Back to the likes of Goretzka. It is Lima, Min-jae Kim. It is the sole centre back Kim Min-jae who have been playing in the second half for Bayern. Harry Kane inside the box. He's getting a move. Will he get a shot? No. Lima being tackled. It's Goretzka again trying to get a chip in. It was wide, my boy. Look at that. The thing which we were saying is that it is Kim Min-jae who have been playing that sole centre back for the second half. Lennart Karl again on the edge of the box. He goes that to the far post. There's Gnabry this time. One touch pass. Lima gets that. Gnabry with his left footer trying to find Harry Kane. But Harry Kane have been really man-marked by 3 men from Gladbach this whole match day 8 of the Bundesliga. He has been man-marked completely by 3 men in white from Gladbach. So Stanisic is back there from the injuries. It is Lennart Karl getting those goals. Luis Diaz is also contributing to those. Olise is in a marvelous form. Harry Kane is in a magical form. Olise again, this time goes for Stanisic. It is the best time when Bayern are getting those injured players back in the squad. Harry Kane goes in. Lennart Karl this time. Will he take a shot? No. He goes in to pass that for Guerrero. Olise again to the far post. Bayern are now dominating and humiliating Gladbach at the Borussia Park. Bayern are now seen dominating and humiliating Gladbach at the Borussia Park. 89 minutes now onto the watch, and on the other side of the goal, oh my goodness, Mohun Bagan has got 2 goals against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. What more the fans could have gathered for this fixture? It is McLaren getting those 2 goals for Mohun Bagan. My goodness. Big wins coming in, my boys. Guerrero this time goes for Olise. Lennart Karl back to Olise. Bayern over here. Can they get 2 more goals, my boy? Can we get 2 more goals? Harry Kane has been really man-marked. 3 men from Gladbach are man-marking Harry Kane consistently in this match day. Gnabry this time moving it. Far post goes for Karl. Look at that. Lennart Karl with his left foot. He's doing those magical nutmegs. Lennart Karl gets that dribble. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it is so magical to watch this number 42 at the man. Lennart Karl doing the talking. 90 minutes are now up. Oh my goodness, 7 minutes of stoppage time for the second half. 7 minutes awarded for the second half and the stoppage time. Man, I have to play 7 more minutes to try for 1 or 2 more goals. It is 7 more minutes where Bayern can afford to get a goal. A set piece. Corner being taken. Joshua Kimmich. Gladbach got that deflected. Lima on that rebound. He's going to take a shot. Missing that top bar. Lima just had that power on the shot good enough. but the positioning of the shot was not near to the net. So Nicholas, the goalkeeper of Gladbach, has considered thrice with their men down to 10 men and down to their own defensive block throughout this fixture. It is in the stats if you are talking about only one shot Gladbach has taken and not a threat it was for Ubi, but on that penalty spot as well, it was a miss coming in. But 21 shots and Bayern taking 12 on target. In the second half, they have been good enough. It was the early opening Bayern needs to penetrate it, and after that, it has been all their own way. Stanisic this time going for Kimmich. Minje Kim goes in. Goretzka this time. Lima again. Guerrero goes for Leon Goretzka. Stanisic. Olise. Make a move, my boy. Make a move. Olise gets across. Harry Kane. A header one. A header one from Harry Kane, but it was straight into the hands of that goalkeeper from Gladbach who has been really good enough. And look at his jersey. Nicholas, the man, number 33 on the nets for Gladbach. His jersey is all in those mud and clay wrapped all across him. 2 minutes 30 seconds of that stoppage time is up. Will Bayern get one more goal? 4-0. A clean sheet, a 4-0 goes from Kimmich, Guerrero, Karl. Big things looking talking. Kimmich this time goes in, far up. Goretzka gets the ball rolling. He goes in for Lima this time. Serge Gnabry not in the mood to speed up. Passes back to Goretzka. Kimmich this time. The pressure, momenting and bombarding of the shots from Bayern in the second half has made Gladbach lose their mentality. They have been performing well with down to 10 men. Lima trying to get it high up on the pitch. A block coming in from Serge Gnabry. Jeff is back from the injuries. It is the likes of Stanisic also back from a long-term injury. When are we going to expect Jamal Musiala Bambi to be coming in? Look at that. Vincent Kompany with that goal coming in from Leonard Karl, Lenny Curly, and look at his celebrations on the sidelines. Magical man, Leonard Karl. Police going for Leonard Karl, but predictable move it was. Gladbach getting that interception at the right spot. Is now again a corner going to be taken. Olise this time going to take that set piece for Bayern. Will they get a header for Harry Kane? Will they get a header for Harry Kane? It was for Kim Min-jae on the first post. Reflection coming in. Kimmich this time goes in for Guerrero again back. Olise passing it. Leonard Karl again on the edge of the box. Make a shot. No. Passes that to Goretzka. Look at that steady move. He is getting those spaces. He's meeting those moves. They have been playing on those attacking mid pitch as well in the academy. This man is really looking it good. Gnabry this time goes for Stanisic. It is now everything for Bayern to get a goal because Gladbach are now not even looking in a mood to make those counters. They are just dried up of their gas. It is a ball given away. Lima gets that. Harry Kane makes that first touch, but a bit deflection to the far right foot of him. It is the tight spaces where Bayern has humiliated Gladbach. It is the tight spaces where those men in white have been humiliated by Bayern. It is again Leonard Karl. He takes a shot. My goodness, look at that shot from Leonard Karl. It was just a rocket, a bazooka being launched from his left footer. The goalkeeper wasn't even ready to take a touch to it. It was a bazooka straight from the left footer of Lennart Karl. Again, it could have been a goal. Again, it could have been a big goal for this young man, Lennart Karl. Big goal for Lennart Karl, this man. Young man from the academy and doing the talking. So we had that question as well pinned onto the chat, that how many goals Bayern are going to score today. And it is now still 3-0 the score line. 30 seconds more. Can Bayern afford to get a more shot on target? On the other side of the globe, it is Mohun Bagan up against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. 2-0 is the scoreline. Both from the likes of McLaren has been marvelous. That has been the storyline. Lama this time goes that. High up, Minje came. Joshua Kimmich. The final whistle have been blown. It is such a stage man getting that red card early in the goal for the likes of Gladbach, and also in the second half he gave a penalty to Gladbach to score against Bayern, but Gladbach down to 10 men just couldn't get it enough and just lost the momentum in the second half with those young players coming in from Vincent Company into the squad. That has been the storyline, but Gladbach have been humiliated. That is what I would say. Gladbach have been really humiliated at their home of Borussia Park, and Bayern have really made that good enough. But what a marvelous performance from Lennart Karl. Again, I would say that is that goal which he has got. He has been getting it. And Bayern now in the Bundesliga table, to be talking about him, stays on the top. It is straight 13 wins Bayern this season, which they have got in so far. 8 match days played, 24 points. All in all, it is 30 goals they have scored and 4 only they have conceded. So the goal difference of 26. It is a marvelous job which Vincent Company is doing. It was in the early lineups, I would say. Look at that. It was Tom Bishop who was given those playtime chances early in the starting lineup. It was on the wings, Mikel Olise, Luis Diaz, Jackson, Harry Kane. Jackson was given that opportunity. I thought it would be the likes of Lennart Karl and Olise will be there in the starting lineup, but Vincent Company getting that to Jackson. And it was Goretzka, Kimmich on the mid-pitch, Bishop, the likes of Kim Min-jae and Upamecano on the defensive aspect, and Sacha Boey. So rotation coming in from Vincent Company. The previous season, Bavaria fans were complaining that Vincent Company not making those rotations, and Vincent Company this season getting the hold of the Bundesliga in the previous season. Now he is making those changes in the Bundesliga. He is evaluating, he is making those players do the talking, he is allowing those players to get those stats rolling. And it is the likes of Serge Gnabry back from the injuries, it is Stanisic back from the injuries. Bayern are looking marvelous and unstoppable this season. And adding more to that, it is the Das reboot version of Gnabry making those assists, making those moves good enough. It is Nicholas Jackson getting those goals, getting those assists, Harry Kane in a magical form, Mikel Olise in a marvelous aspect, Joshua Kimmich getting the first opener of this has led this Bavaria mentality to be building it good. And this season, Vincent Company, I would say, he has got that Bavaria mentality embedded in him. And no denying the fact, the goal of this match, I would say, it was Lennart Karl again scoring that perfect curl into the nets. It was the likes of Nicolas, the goalkeeper of Gladbach. He was completely stunned, completely stunned. It is also the presence of Jamal Musiala Bambi will be seen coming onto the pitch. And Ubi getting those playtime, though today he got a penalty but couldn't save that, but neither he conceded. He jumped onto the wrong side of the nets, but it was that shot which was being taken, not a threat. It was for Ubi. It was a miss from the likes of Gladbach itself. The men in white from Gladbach were down in their own defensive half, just safeguarding the nets. It was the likes of their striker Tabakovic. It was the likes of Stuger, it was the likes of Ruko Reeds who were there for Gladbach to be making those moves. But no, they didn't. And Gladbach with this match day hasn't registered a single win in the Bundesliga. But they are down on the table on the 18th spot they have been fighting good. That is what the consolation is, where their manager Polanski could be getting to the Gladbach fans. This is the fourth fixture Polanski is playing with Gladbach. But Vincent Company doing the top of the table is the big talk of the town, and Bayern has got that. A big win for Bavaria. And yes, Mia and Mia, my boys, Mia and Mia, make it big. And on the other side of the globe, it is Mohun Bagan and the likes of Chennaiyin FC. 2-0 is the score line, and it is McLaren who has scored the goal. McLaren getting 2 goals. But this fixture in the AIFF Super Cup group stage, why was this fixture to be held in Goa, where there is so much of water on the pitch? The players are not even able to move. The players are not even able to make any sort of passes. The shots are being taken. McLaren 2 shots taking in, one from Colasso and the other from McLaren. Have been those first time shots. The pitch was over flooded with water. The ball is not even rolling. The players are not even able to make those moves. And 2-0 is the scoreline. I think it is Mohun Bagan who are going to win this comfortably, and it is Jamie McLaren who has got that. Big moments from the likes of Sobuj and Maroon fans, because 2-0 is the scoreline. Next, they will face the likes of Dampo SC, and after that, it is against their arch rivals East Bengal. So East Bengal, are they hoping to get some sort of a comeback, or will it be Mohun Bagan again crushing them? Because just now, a few days back, it was the win which they have got and lifting the IFA shield. But this time again, Mohun Bagan winning it 2-0 up against the likes of Chennaiyin FC. A big win it is. Big win it is. What more could have Mohun Bagan and Sobuj Maroon fans wanted? The only thing which they could have wanted is to happen this fixture in the Yuva Bharati Kriyangan or some stadium where the playmaking could have been done good. That hasn't happened, and AIF were moving this fixture to Goa, where this raining and so much of downpour. Playmaking is not happening. The playmaking is not happening. So that is what it is all about it, and I will end this stream on a good note. And yes, Mia and Mia for the Bavarian fans, and Joy Mohun Bagan for the Mohun Bagan Super Giant Sobuj and Maroon fans. Till then, bye bye, good night, keep going. But there is also that big fixture which is going to be happening tonight. It is Brentford and Liverpool. Arne Slot up against the likes of Keith Andrews, Brentford. Tonight we will be having the watch along of that fixture as well. And do come and join to our stream for that fixture. Till then, bye bye, good night. The next watch along fixture is we are having from Premier League, Brentford and Liverpool, Premier League round 9. It is from the G-Tech Community Stadium. And tomorrow it is the El Clasico, Real Madrid up against the likes of Barcelona. These are the 2 upcoming watch alongs we are having on our YouTube platform set as of now. Till then, bye bye.